This is Future Tech, where each week we discuss the good, the bad, and the ugly of where tech is headed in 2023 and beyond.
I'm David Ewalt, editor-in-chief of Gizmodo, and I'm here with tech news deputy editor Blake Montgomery. Blake, I woke up this morning and Twitter was broken. What happened?
Something is wrong with Twitter. Twitter was down for about 3 hours across the world. Users as far-flung as Israel to the US said they saw messages saying, "Welcome to Twitter." People who had been on the service for 10 years, like me, there was nothing on their feed. We don't really know what the specific bug is. We just know it's happening more often, that Twitter will go down across the board.
This can't have anything to do with all the engineers that Elon Musk has laid off.
Not at all, nothing. I mean, Twitter, yeah, it does, obviously. Like, Twitter used to be 7,000 people, now it is less than 2,000. Obviously, site reliability engineers were caught up in that. In February alone, Twitter's had 4 kind of system-wide nuclear outages. And in 2022, there were 9 total. So extrapolate that out, the pace of outages is increasing rapidly.
And this is in an industry in the tech world where companies are shooting for like 99.999% reliability. We're certainly not anywhere near that.
Right. When was the last time you went to Facebook? Well, last time you went to Facebook at all, but then you went to Facebook and it was down.
Right.
Or if you went to your bank's app and it was down. Like, the comparable apps that you would be using are not going down like this. Even smaller alternatives like Mastodon or Post, Instagram, I mean, that's not smaller, but none of those are going down in a way you would never expect to open it up and say, oh, this, it's sort of like Windows back in the day when you were sort of not really sure if it would be down or up.
So Twitter's business challenge right now is trying to convince users to pay to get checks or use the service, but also they're really trying to get advertisers back on the platform. This doesn't help, right?
No, and if you're either a Twitter Blue subscriber, God help you, or an advertiser, and you log into Twitter, you ask, what am I paying for? And so it really does, it's the baseline thing for making a business use case for Twitter, on either side, user or advertiser.
You know, so many of those power users have defected, and people complain about Twitter now, and we're joking about it being down and how terrible it's become. Are people ever gonna switch to one of these services completely? Is Twitter done, or is it too big to fail?
I wouldn't say it's either one. It's dying a slow death, at least in my experience. My feed is much less useful. I've lost that feeling of journalists like talking to each other about stories, this feeling of community, and it is not so useful. It is just this, my feed is just like viral garbage of like a lot of other people are liking the same tweets, so why don't you look at them?
You can check out more news about Twitter and other social media every day at Gizmodo.com.